everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, dozens of Bangor protesters spoke in opposition to the Trump administration's military operation in Venezuela. We'll have more on that ahead. Plus, later in January, the public will be able to chime in about repurposing Maine's juvenile detention center and making it into a treatment facility. And Maine is seeing a great season for snow, which has been welcomed by local businesses and winter sports fanatics. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop. Craig Colson is off for the day. We'll have those stories and much more coming up, and as always, we thank you for joining us. And as you head out the door today, be prepared for the extremely cold weather, but good news indicates we'll have some sunshine in store for the day. Let's get a first check of our forecast. Devin Biggs joins us now.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. We have cold weather advisories and small craft advisories that will expire this morning. A freezing spray advisory that is also up. That will also expire this morning. Overall, pretty quiet on land. Some clouds that have been passing through, but overall not looking too bad. Should be a pretty decent day for us as we do move forward in time. Let's zoom things out. There is an area of low pressure off toward the west that is tracking off towards the east, and we will be watching that. That will bring us an opportunity for some snow showers later on tonight and the parts of tomorrow morning. So as we do move forward in time, again, lots of sunshine on the way for us, some clouds moving in later on. By tonight, again, some snow showers that does get out of here. So by tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of a few snow flurries down toward the south, but again, most of Tuesday looking dry with some clouds lingering around. Maybe a few gusts of wind up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour. But overall, I'm not looking too bad. The winds will be calming down and a pretty quiet day and a quiet evening on the way for us. So overall, your hourly forecast moving forward. Again, lots of sunshine on the way for us. Any clouds lingering, we'll be getting out of here. And again, look at this. Temperatures warming up into the teens only with some increasing clouds coming up later on. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that later on. Well, protests have been emerging across the state as many people are voicing opposition to the U.S. military strike against Venezuela. Nearly 100 people gathered for a demonstration in Bangor on Sunday. Our Grace Blanchard has those details.
Dozens of protesters lined Bangor's Joshua Chamberlain Bridge on Sunday before marching to the waterfront park, where many demonstrators spoke in opposition to the Trump administration's military operation in Venezuela and the capture of the country's president.
This is not foreign policy. This is gangsterism on an international scale.
We are here to say no to war with Venezuela, to say that we do not want this war, this illegal imperialist war of aggression towards a sovereign state.
Many in the crowd argued the invasion was illegal and a misuse of taxpayer dollars.
A government that doesn't respect international law abroad will not respect its own laws at home.
Among those protesting was U.S. Senate candidate Graham Plattner. He says Congress needs to affirm its authority.
The Constitution is clear. War making lies with Congress. The ability to start wars lies with Congress, but Congress has abdicated that responsibility, and we need people in office who are going to fight to get it back.
United will never be defeated.
President Donald Trump has announced the United States will run Venezuela for the time being and take over reconstruction of its oil industry.
He needs to explain what exactly does it mean that we'll be running the country. Because I don't think Americans are signing up for another endless war. We're not looking to run another country.
These things cost money, and we are giving money to these things and not to our communities here at home. We're not giving that money to our families to feed people.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, several Maine legislators and congressional candidates released statements on the matter. Congresswoman Shelley Pingree stated in part, quote, "This reckless move risks destabilizing an already fragile region, puts millions of civilians at risk, and further isolates us from our friends and allies." Senator Collins stated in part, quote, "Congress should have been informed about the operation earlier and needs to be involved as the situation evolves. Maduro was a ruthless dictator who was not considered to be the legitimate leader of Venezuela by both the Biden and Trump administrations. as well as by the European Union. Senator Angus King stating in part, quote, "The next few weeks will prove critical in answering these questions and assessing what could likely be a lasting shift in Latin American and global geopolitics." Those running for office put out statements as well. Senate candidate Graham Plattner said in part, quote, "We have a lawless administration deploying the American military to kidnap foreign leaders and a Senate that refuses to do anything about it." Congressional candidate Matt Dunlap stated in part, quote, "We do not need another unstable situation created by unlawful strikes and false claims from a White House bent on regime change." Those statements in full are available on our website at foxbangor.com. Well, Governor Janet Mills is calling on Maine Senator Susan Collins to use her position in the Senate to take action against the Trump administration. In a press release, Governor Mills called on the senator to place a hold on all defense and state nominations until Congress obtains clear answers justifying the military operations in Venezuela and the intention to run the country. Mills also wants the senator to use her position as chair of the Senate Appropriations Committee to immediately schedule a public hearing with Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and include a provision in the upcoming appropriations bill to prohibit any funds being used in Venezuela or on military support for oil operations without authorization from the U.S. Congress.
Senator with backbone to stand up to this administration and demand answers. Nobody's saying that President Maduro is a good guy. He's a murderous dictator. There are a lot of other murderous dictators around this world. So what are the grounds? What's the explanation for taking out this guy at this time? What's next? Is it Cuba? Is it Greenland? What is next? Colombia? I mean, we need to know before we commit our armed forces.
Well, in response to Governor Mills, Senator Collins' campaign spokesperson Sean Roderick said to us, quote, "The governor's lack of interest in prosecuting a fraudulently elected international drug trafficker is hardly a surprise given the lack of interest she has shown in going after illegal Chinese drug operations here in Maine," end quote. Well, the execution of a search warrant in Enfield on Friday led to the arrest of 6 people. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says their special response team executed a search warrant at a residence on Mohawk Road in Enfield at around 12:30 on Friday afternoon. They say it was the second time they've done so at that specific location in the past few months. The Sheriff's Office says they seized methamphetamine and arrested 6 people. Following the initial search, the Lincoln Police Department executed a second search warrant, resulting in the recovery of stolen property. Authorities say that investigation is still ongoing. Well, 2 people are displaced after a fire badly damaged a home in Millinocket on Friday. Reports first came in for a house fire at 82 Prospect Street at around 1:30 in the afternoon on Friday. The 2 occupants of the home were able to get out safely before first responders arrived. Officials say the home is currently unlivable. According to Millinocket's fire chief, it took responding departments hours to knock down the flames. Officials say Friday's cold, icy conditions added to the difficulty of that response. The investigation into the cause of the fire is still ongoing, but officials say they believe the cause was the improper disposal of smoking material. Later this month, the public will voice its thoughts on transforming Maine's only juvenile detention center into a South Portland treatment facility. Allison LaPierre has those details.
Turning Long Creek into a system of support. State Representative Michael Brennan from Portland proposed a bill which would repurpose Long Creek Youth Development Center.
There clearly are youth that do need to be incarcerated, but we want to focus as much as we possibly can on treatment.
Brennan said that Long Creek was built decades ago with a prison-like atmosphere.
I believe that we should be looking at something that is more residential and focused on treatment.
He says he and other advocates are looking to improve Maine's juvenile justice system by focusing on rehabilitation, treatments, and providing better services.
We have a lot of space and a lot of opportunity to repurpose and rethink how Long Creek is used.
Long Creek has a long history of residents escaping. Last year alone, there were 2 instances where teenagers escaped from the facility.
Is to look at the physical structure and determine if there are ways that we can make it more secure, more safe.
Brennan believes the state needs a secure facility for at-risk youth to better themselves or the surrounding community, but says it should be the last resort for children.
We do need in the state a facility that is secure, and that some youth will need that, but we also simultaneously need to be focused on diversion and on community-based approaches at the same time.
If passed, the state would be required to redirect funds from the Department of Corrections to create intensive services for mental health as well as drug and substance abuse by no later than January of 2027. A public hearing on this is set for January 12th.
Time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a Tremont teacher has earned national recognition, highlighting the work of both her and the students. We'll tell you more coming up. But first, let's take another look at that forecast. For today, we have partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the mid-teens. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, temperatures in the single digits. And for tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies as well, highs around 27. We'll be right back.
You live in vacation land, right? Then get out and vacation, why don't you? And do it in style by renting an RV from Maine Campo Rentals. Fully furnished, fully insured, ready to roll out and explore. Or maybe you have relatives visiting you. Save your marriage, save the hotel expense, put them up in an affordable RV from Maine Campo Rentals. We'll deliver to Acadia and local campgrounds too. Call or visit online at MaineCampoRentals.com. Put away that cell phone and discover vacation land with Maine Campo Rentals in Brewer.
Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676.
For the first half of his life, Ed Bushy hid his inability to read from everyone until a crisis led him to confront his secret. So he called literacy volunteers at Bangor. He got a tutor and he learned to read. For the rest of his life, Ed promoted literacy to anyone who would listen. Ed's granddaughter, Kayla, was listening. Her grandfather's story inspired her to volunteer as a literacy tutor. Like Kayla, you can help us reach and teach people like Ed. The need is great, especially now. Become a tutor with Literacy Volunteers today.
Homeowners in Washington and eastern Hancock counties may be eligible for help with home repairs. The Maine Seacoast Mission's Housing Improvement Program helps make homes warm, safe, and dry. Homes must be a 45-minute drive or less from the Seacoast Mission campus in Cherryfield. Volunteers complete those projects. They range from creating handicap-accessible decks to window and door replacements, hanging drywall, painting, and much more. Last year, more than 100 volunteers contributed over 3,000 hours of service in the Down East region. Homeowners can apply through the Home Improvement webpage at seacoastmission.org. If you need assistance applying, you can also call 460-9322. Well, to some, snow just means waking up earlier to shovel the driveway, but for others, it is a livelihood. Maine is seeing a great season for snow so far, which has been welcomed by local businesses and winter sports fanatics. Our Alexa Kennedy has the story.
As a vacation destination known for its outdoor attractions, Maine is highly dependent on people taking advantage of what it has to offer. Whether that is snowmobiling, skiing, or other activities, these establishments keep the state alive throughout the winter. And so far this winter, Maine has seen a snowy season and plenty of activity.
We're a short season, and we do bring in a lot of money for the state.
Sweat says, according to a study done by the University of Maine, snowmobiling generates $800 million in revenue for the state.
We have a reputation of having the best trails in the Northeast. It's phenomenal.
Getting early snowfall in November and consistent snowfall since then, snow-based businesses are enjoying ideal winter conditions.
It's been a fantastically cold December. We're at snowmaking right now. We're where we would be at the end of January, and here we are at the beginning.
Whitcomb says they have been especially busy with people skiing over winter break.
Our season passes actually still have grown because people realize It's below freezing, they're out making snow, it's going to be open, and they come.
Bangor Motorsports has enjoyed similar success this winter.
This has actually been a very good year. We've had a lot of early interest in stuff. We had early snow early on before Christmas. That got people excited. If we can get it colder sooner, that's the way we like it, and we can get more sales out the door.
In Bangor, Alexa Kennedy, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The new year also means more new events at the Maine Discovery Museum, and in 2026, the beloved Children's Museum is turning 25. While the museum's fan-favorite treehouse is back open after repairs, and new events are on the calendar, there are also several new and upcoming exhibits, including a spotlight on women in STEM, and in a few months, a bioluminescent exhibit equipped with blacklight technology.
We have people aged, 0 to 99 who come and enjoy. A lot of our exhibits are geared towards children, but they have elements that anybody can enjoy as well.
Upcoming programs include events for middle schoolers and teens, as well as adults-only activities with cocktails and food for all to enjoy. The learning going on inside one Down East classroom has received national recognition. As our Alex Schley shows us, a middle school teacher is bringing science to life by getting students to think outside of the classroom walls.
In 2025, the work being done inside Tanya Prentice's Tremont Consolidated School classroom earned national recognition, highlighting the work of both her and her students.
She goes out of her way to create real-world situations for her students that allows them to be fully engaged and immersed in what they're doing.
That approach helped earn Prentice the 2025 Outstanding Biology Teacher Award from the National Association of Biology Teachers.
She finds every opportunity to get them involved inside the walls of our school, but also outside in the community. They can be found in the marsh, they can be found in the national park. They're involved in presenting throughout the state of Maine.
One example of those real-world experiences is the Build a Moon Challenge, a project that earned Prentice's 6th grade class international recognition from the Institution of Competition Sciences as Best in Show. Prentice says the competition had students address challenges scientists are currently working on.
NASA's going to the moon with Artemis. They're going to develop a colony there. So with this project, it's basically the students are thinking about, on the moon, what do astronauts need to survive?
Prentice says students use materials designed to imitate moon debris to create landing pads, building blocks, and other structural components astronauts would need to live and work on the moon.
We talked about payloads. You can't take everything with you, so you have to use the resources on the moon.
Once complete, students put their designs to the test
under different conditions and recording that information.
The winning team, known as the Lunar Legends, competed against 70 teams from 19 states, Puerto Rico, and South Korea. Principal True says the students will also be recognized locally for their accomplishment. In Tremont, Alex Schley for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 6:18. After the break, we'll see how Maine businesses survive the slow winter season without that summer tourism. Plus, Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro will appear in court today after a U.S. raid that led to his capture. Those stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
Don't get cold feet this winter. Stay warm and dry with high-performance footwear from Comfort Shoes and More. With an extensive selection of winter boots rated from 0 to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll find comfort in knowing your feet will be warm in any weather. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear with grippers built right into the sole. With boots in stock up to 6E and size 17 for men and women. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Toyotathon is still on. Now's the perfect time to recharge with a new Toyota.
I'm taking a RAV4 hybrid hiking.
Sounds fun.
Oh.
We're going on a road trip in a Tacoma. Wow.
Nice.
We're taking our pack to see snow in a Sequoia.
Can we keep them?
I think I oversnapped.
Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get a $299 a month RAV4 lease with a total contract cost of only $16,160. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Toyotathon ends January 5th.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Mainers work hard for what we have. So when tobacco costs keep going up, quitting means you get back more. Your health, money in your wallet, and time for what really matters. Maine QuitLink makes quitting easier with free coaching and free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. No insurance, no copay, no cost to Mainers. Because quitting tobacco with a little extra help is more successful than quitting on your own. Enroll online at mainquitlink.com or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
People say there are two Maines, north and south. The same could also be said about summer and winter here in Maine. But in Belfast, however, employees and owners say the coastal city does not freeze up once winter rolls in. Our Doug Banks with that story.
For some Mainers, the transition from a warm summer to a frigid winter isn't always enjoyable. The same could be said about businesses, especially those in a place where tourism thrives.
Sometimes pretty dramatic. We get a lot of tourists coming through, so that keeps us busy for the summer.
In Belfast, the Front Street Pub, Harbour Walk Restaurant, and Delvino's changes that can be found on their menus.
We try to focus on the freshest things that we can get.
And who walks through the door.
However, this time of year is great because we get to see some of our very near and dear regulars.
We have some good locals around here.
For Out on a Whimsy Toys, its transition isn't from summer to winter, but rather summer to the holidays.
So there's really not any significant downtime.
Manager Bryant Hall says 2025 was a successful year. However, not without its challenges. Tariffs, he says, influence what was on the shelves and at what price.
Just getting stuff in stock has been a big challenge, knowing what prices are going to be. We've had to do more price increases this year than really any other year before. It's been hard not knowing what to expect.
What wasn't unexpected, however, was staying open year-round, something those in the coastal city take pride in.
We owe it to our employees, and being open year-round is one way that we try to do that.
Being that constant helps a lot.
In Belfast, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 6:21. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Cold weather advisories to the north and a small craft advisory for us will be expiring later on this morning. That right there in the blue is a freezing spray advisory that will also be expiring later on this morning. Wave heights a little bit active at around 2 to 5 feet closer towards shore. Farther out towards sea, a little more active at around 8 to 9 feet. So of course that is why we have some advisories up for us. But again, further off towards the north, mainly cold temperatures, and those will be warming up later on. But still, though, the coats will be our best friend with temperatures only in the teens for us today. Mainly, though, as we move forward in time, look at this. Again, some clouds developing for us to at least this morning, but as we head towards the afternoon and even later on this morning, we'll see a lot of sunshine, so sunglasses will be our friend moving forward. This system right here is going to be tracking off towards the east, and later on tonight it will bring a little bit of snow for us. But again, as we do move forward in time, it won't be anything too ridiculous, just a little bit of snow. So increasing clouds moving forward today. Later on tonight, we will see that snow passing through. It gets out of here after midnight, a few flurries possible early Tuesday morning, but it gets out of here pretty quickly. And again, some clouds still lingering by Tuesday evening before another system begins to move in, and this one will be a wintry mix. But let's talk about the snow with this first system first. And again, this one looks to bring about 1 inch to 1.5 inches possible, so we'll call it 1 to 2 inches of snow possible from tonight's system. And then we have that next system on the way. That will be a wintry mix of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow that looks to transition to rain before it gets out of here. So we'll have to watch that before another system gets in here as we head towards your Friday. So getting pretty active this week. So middle teens, partly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Later on tonight, we have 9 degrees, mostly cloudy, snow showers with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, we have upper 20s, mostly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Let's check out your extended forecast showing a wintry mix changing over to rain for your Wednesday with highs in the mid-30s, upper 30s for your Thursday under a mostly sunny sky. Another wintry mix of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow Friday with highs in the low 40s.
Wouldn't it be nice for your family to have more money to play with and in your savings?
A lot of people
think that it probably takes a lot more money than it really does.
This week, Rebecca Jarvis with the tips to make it happen. The rich advice for your family money matters is on Good Morning America.
Pat's Pizza in Holden suggests calling now for reserving your next event or party. Their 2 indoor golf simulators are now open, and they're taking reservations for the season. Please check their Facebook page for indoor golf specials. Pat's Pizza, Holden.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
I bought the sales pitch. Take an abortion pill and magically I would be unpregnant. I didn't know I'd have to take 2 different types of pills. That I would abort at any time, in my car, at work. That I would have to dispose of my aborted baby's body on my own. It haunts me. Don't make the same mistake I did.
When it comes to your home, go to the source. Go to R&B's Home Source in Madison. R&B's Home Source has home comfort, convenience, and savings all wrapped up in one location. From the living room to the dining room to the bedroom, we have some of the best values in furniture and bedding. For the kitchen, R&B's Home Source has top-notch appliances from fridges to ranges, even washers and dryers. And sit back and relax with quality electronics. We service everything we sell too. For your home, go to the source. R&B's Home Source, Lakewood Road, Madison.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro will appear in court today after a U.S. raid that led to the capture of Maduro and his wife. ABC's Lionel Moyes has the latest from New York.
President Trump reaffirming that the U.S. is in control of Venezuela after the raid that led to the capture of dictator Nicolas Maduro.
We're in charge.
Have you spoken with her?
We're in charge.
Maduro will appear in Manhattan federal court today for arraignment on a 4-count indictment for allegedly leading a 25-year narco-terrorism conspiracy. He's being held at the same notorious jail that housed the likes of El Chapo, Sean Diddy Combs, and Luigi Mangione. Seen here giving 2 thumbs up as he was escorted by federal agents and was even heard wishing people a happy new year. Trump last night also issuing stark warnings to other countries, including Colombia.
Colombia is very sick too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States.
Saying this about Cuba, where the economy has been supported by Venezuela for decades.
Cuba is ready to fall.
The Cuban government claims 32 Cuban nationals were killed during the U.S. raid. In a 2019 interview, Maduro accused the U.S. of inventing excuses to go after Venezuela's oil.
Una guerra por el petróleo, y más que el petróleo.
Trump saying Maduro's capture will lead to lower oil prices and fewer drugs coming to the U.S. While many Republicans are praising the operation, Democrats and even some Republicans are condemning it.
It's a violation of the law to do what they did without getting the authorization of Congress.
Outgoing Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene writing, "Why is it okay for America to militarily invade, bomb, and arrest a foreign leader, but Russia is evil for invading Ukraine, and China is bad for aggression against Taiwan? Is it only okay if we do it?" Maduro has long denied drug trafficking. The Gang of Eight and other top Democrats and Republicans are expected to be briefed on Capitol Hill this evening. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
Meanwhile, North Korea's supreme leader pushes a new technology test ahead of key meetings, which stirs further concerns about intentions from American allies. North Korean state-run media released still photos of North Korea's Kim Jong-un observing believed test flights on Sunday of hypersonic missiles in an effort to strengthen its war deterrence. The test launches come ahead of a major political conference inside North Korea. This weekend, neighboring countries, South Korea and Japan, said they detected multiple ballistic missile launches and accused North Korea of proactive actions. The tests came just hours before South Korea's president left to meet with China's president in China. Well, tributes continued to mount a makeshift memorial outside a bar in the Swiss Alpine resort of Crans, Montana on Monday. This after New Year's Eve fire left 40 dead and many more seriously injured. Hundreds marched in silence on Sunday to honor those victims, gathering for an hours-long mass, some exchanging hugs before walking up to the hill to the bar to pay their respects. 40 people died and 119 were injured in a blaze that broke out at 1:30 a.m. on Thursday. Police have said many of those victims were in their late teens and early 20s, and by Sunday evening, Swiss authorities had identified all 40 fatalities. Turning now to the weather and the historic relentless flooding in the west. ABC's Hannah Battah has more.
Another round of storms sweeping through California after weeks of relentless rain.
I've never seen anything like this. It's crazy to see.
Roads in the San Francisco Bay Area swamped, leaving drivers stranded.
As you can see, a little bit of mayhem for everybody this afternoon. Our message is turn around, don't drown.
Some people choosing to get around by kayak. The area recording its highest tide level since 1998. In Santa Barbara County, mudslides temporarily shut down Highway 101. Nearby, one man was killed after being swept into a creek. Officials warning the currents may be stronger than they appear. And in Los Angeles, this large tree crushing multiple vehicles. The wet weather will last through today with several more inches of rain expected. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
The annual Consumer Electronics Show is beginning soon with artificial intelligence taking center stage. The multi-day event, organized by the Consumer Technology Association, starts on Tuesday in Las Vegas. And artificial intelligence seems to be embedded in mostly everything, displaying the technology's advances in robotics, healthcare, vehicles, wearables, gaming, and much more. The show will feature chip makers and other key companies such as Lego, Sony, Hyundai, Samsung, and Caterpillar. Technology leaders speak about the presence of AI and the positive impact it will have with life going forward.
So CES for many years was solely focused on hardware. You would see all these different technologies coming out that was mostly hardware specific. PCs, new vacuums, let's say, stuff like that for the home. But now it has shifted to the software, which is the AI. The AI is integrated into all the hardware, and it's making the hardware smarter.
Show organizers say they expect more than 130,000 people to attend the event, coming from 130 to 140 countries. Bluefin strikes gold in Japan with a huge price haul in an auction for a tasty delicacy. This 535-pound bluefin tuna sold for a whopping record $3.2 million in the first auction of the year at Tokyo's Fish Market. The corporation, which runs a popular sushi chain, secured the spot as top bidder. The record-setting bluefin was caught off coastal waters in northern Japan region that can often demand over $6,000 a pound. Prices are high in the early celebratory New Year's auctions. Bluefin tuna was a previously threatened species due to its popularity in sushi and sashimi meals, but are now recovering after conservation efforts. Coming up on the second half of the newscast, MTV Music Television stopped airing music videos on multiple of its channels. We'll hear local reactions as Good Morning Maine continues.
Come in and visit AMHG Works, Bangor's #1 gift shop, located at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza. We have special gifts for you, your furry companion, and that special someone you are in need of a gift for. It's worth a trip in for unique American-made gifts. Here at AMHG Works, everything is American-made, and we are open 7 days a week for your convenience. American-made home goods. We look forward to seeing you.
Winter is a time to get outside and enjoy all that Maine has to offer. And when it's time to come inside, rest assured everything's toasty because of your Fujitsu heat pump from Valley Home Services. The comfort and warmth of home means more on days like these. Push a button and you'll be snuggling up on the couch in no time. Valley Home Services offers reliable rebates, significant energy savings, and expert installation. Embrace the comfort of Fujitsu heat pumps from Valley Home Services. Call or click today.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard.
Get a load of this and get a load of this. Coyote now makes compact skid steer and track loaders, and Whittemore & Sons in Skowhegan is your exclusive dealer. Landscapers, farmers, construction companies get loads of work done with the new compact loaders from Coyote and Whittemore & Sons. Designed for you, tough, dependable, durable, and of course, backed by Whittemore & Sons, a family business that cares. Coyote compact loaders. Load them up today on the Waterville Road, Skowhegan at Whittemore & Sons.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
This morning, we're hearing about a dog that can do more with her nose than any dog could ever dream of doing. And she is now finally being recognized for her decade of service. Here's ABC's Danny New.
Even for a dog as disciplined and decorated as Maple,
people have been amazed at her enthusiasm, energy, and how exhausting she is.
For nearly a decade now, Dr. Sue Staskill has been working alongside this English Springer Spaniel, who will actually be recognized in a few weeks for winning one of the American Kennel Club's annual awards for canine excellence. She was selected out of nearly 700 dogs.
She does whatever I ask her to do, and she does it with such enthusiasm and finesse.
And Maple has applied that enthusiasm to the many phases of her career.
Those are moving.
First off, she served as something the Heffermans on King of Queens could have used, called a bedbug detection dog.
Search.
Then Maple spent years working with the St. Joseph County Sheriff's Office in Michigan, using her nose to solve cold cases. But now, retired from the force and in her golden years, Maple has been spending the past year and a half working to save the bug you might be scared of, but really need: honeybees.
She's not the first one, but it's the first one that has been documented. And there you are.
Teaming up with researchers at Michigan State, Sue has been training Maple to find a certain highly contagious bacteria that can be quite destructive to a hive. As you can see in research conducted this past summer, Maple even got to rock her own beekeeping suit. And now Sue is working on the finishing touches for a training guide that can help train other dogs to track down this bacteria. According to U.S. Fish and Wildlife, it is estimated that as much as 35% of the world's food crops depend on animal pollinators to reproduce. So thank you for your nasal service, Maple.
She's just an incredible dog.
So Sue says her training guide with Michigan State should be coming this spring or maybe summer, and then maybe you can train your dog to track down the Panobacillus larvae, is what it's called, I think. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Now let's turn things right back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. We have cold weather advisories and small craft advisories that will expire this morning. A freezing spray advisory that is also up. That will also expire this morning. Overall, pretty quiet on land. Some clouds that have been passing through, but overall not looking too bad. Should be a pretty decent day for us as we do move forward in time. Let's zoom things out. There is an area of low pressure off toward the west that is tracking off towards the east, and we will be watching that. That will bring us an opportunity for some snow showers later on tonight and the parts of tomorrow morning. So as we do move forward in time, again, lots of sunshine on the way for us, some clouds moving in later on. By tonight, again, some snow showers that does get out of here. So by tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of a few snow flurries down toward the south, but again, most of Tuesday looking dry with some clouds lingering around. Maybe a few gusts of wind up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but overall, not looking too bad. The winds will be calming down, and a pretty quiet day and a quiet evening on the way for us. So overall, your hourly forecast moving forward. Again, lots of sunshine on the way for us. Any clouds lingering, we'll be getting out of here. And again, look at this. Temperatures warming up into the teens only, with some increasing clouds coming up later on. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Allison Cossack.
If there's something you can do, then you must do it.
Disney's Avatar, Fire and Ash took the top spot at the box office this weekend, earning another $40 million domestically. In just 18 days since its release, the third installment in the Avatar franchise has crossed the $1 billion mark worldwide, becoming the fourth James Cameron movie to reach that milestone, following in the footsteps of Avatar, Way of Water, and Titanic.
There's a snake!
Fire and Ash is not the only box office champ for Disney. Zootopia 2 earned another $19 million to hold on to the number 2 spot in North America. The sequel surpassing the 2016 original with an estimated $1.6 billion in global earnings. Disney is the parent company of ABC News. The Palm Springs International Film Festival kicked off Hollywood's 2026 award season on Saturday, honoring some of the most talked about films of 2025. Honorees included Miley Cyrus, Ethan Hawke, and Adam Sandler. Receiving icon awards at this year's festival, actress Kate Hudson for her role in Song Sung Blue, and actor Michael B. Jordan for his work in Sinners. And happy birthday, Bradley Cooper. The actor, director, and screenwriter is 51. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports. Don't go away.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
Keep your next building project on track when you plan ahead with help from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center specialists offer professional plans with customizable 3D renderings available to bring your project to life. Once your design is finalized and approved, you'll receive a full materials list. And when you buy all your materials from them, Hammond will refund your design fees. Get your building project off to the right start when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Thank you for helping us have a great start in 2023.
When we started, we wanted to make sure that North Star could help everyone's needs, whether you own a business, you're a homeowner, or a contractor.
Or you have a big project that you need a big dumpster for.
We have what you need: front-load dumpsters, roll-offs, and our transfer station, and so much more.
And the best part is, our prices are unbelievable. If you don't have one of these, you're paying too much.
So who cares if your trash gets picked up? At North Star Waste and Recycling, we care.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got even more high school basketball for you. For today's slate, we'll hone in on Hancock County. Kicking us off, the Central boys make the trip up to Sumner to face those 6-1 Tigers. The 3-5 Red Devils looking to get some rhythm in the new year. And rhythm is exactly what the Red Devils had to start. Game's first points come from Daniel Dyer on this pull-up jumper. It goes, and they take the early lead. Then right back to work, it's Isaiah Allen. He puts up a three, and it's good. 5-0 lead early on for the Red Devils, but Sumner gets back into it later in the first. The ball is stolen off the ground by Logan Crewley. He takes it down the court, dishes to his guy, Connor Eastman, who jacks up the triple, and he connects. Then watch this. Harrison Richardson gets the steal and takes it to the rack and changes the momentum for the Tigers. Then early in the second quarter, Aiden Everly with a nice contested take to the rim. Tigers move to 7-1 as they win 63-53. And now to the island as the Trojan girls play host to Nokomis and the Warriors. MDI 6-2 looking to keep it going. The Warriors are 0-8. Nokomis starts strong though in this one. Reagan King makes a few moves to the bucket and lays it in for two. Then MDI gets the 3-game going. This is Cassidy Dunbar. She loads up, fires, and drains the triple. MDI out to a big lead now, and they'll keep it riding with Callie Trenholm. She takes a 3 of her own, and she knocks it down. But for the Warriors, it's going to be King again, making moves to the bucket. She draws the contact on the shot, and it falls and one. It's not enough, though. Avery Norwood hits this long 2 as the Trojans walk away with a 53-37 win. Taking a look at some other scores now. Class B girls, Presque Isle gets the 52-37 win over Herman. Caribou 70-51 over Mattanock Academy. Dexter boys get it done 48-29 over Bucksport. And then Foxcroft boys 49-33 over Washington Academy. Now let's shift to Division I basketball now, as both the main men's and women's team took on Bryant. We'll start with the men playing at home. First conference game for them. First points of the game don't come until nearly 4 minutes in. Maine's TJ Beal breaks the scoreless tie with this 3-pointer to get things going. Then later in the first half, Bryant leading now. Here's a long play. Great defense initially from the Black Bears, but the pass goes outside, and then it's dished quickly to Ashley Sims, driving towards the net. He gets the layup to fall. Early second half, Maine has it down 7. Amari Allen shoots, misses, gets his own board, and then is there to back it up and put it in for the score. Lead cut to 5. Now late in the half, Maine up 1 point at this point. Bulldogs go back to Sims, and he hits the reverse layup to take the lead away. 1 point game, and then just under a minute left, TJ Tabalis does it himself and essentially ices the game. Bryant wins 56-51. And now for the women, they are at Bryant for this matchup. In the second, Bryant extends their lead to 14 with this shot from Martina Boba under the net. And then in the third, Maine rallies all the way back thanks to the play of Sarah Talon. On this one, she swipes it away and gets the easy finish to take the lead. And she'd continue that success later on this backdoor cut and shot under the basket. She finishes the game with 15. And then in the fourth quarter, it's Mia Mancini driving with speed to the bucket, and her shot falls. And she'll double down the next play, rather triples down, as she nets a big 3-pointer late in the game. And then finally, Bryant's Nia Scott is going to put the game on ice right here. This is a tough layup she's going to score as Bryant wins 82-73. And that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Dad, do you ever, splurge?
Hannaford brands, for teen-tested quality and dad-approved value. Hannaford, oh, good. All for good.
This place wasn't our first choice.
Yeah, we made offers on 3 or 4 other places. But all of that changed when we got pre-approved with the County Federal Credit Union. We applied entirely online.
It was so easy.
From application to moving day, count on the county to get you home faster.
So yeah, this home might not have been our first choice.
But the county was our best choice.
The County Federal Credit Union Online Mortgage. Local to the last step. CountyFCU.org.
Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676.
Hannah's gonna be here in 20 minutes? I can't make anything in 20 minutes.
Time savers. Just sizzle, then serve.
Thank you.
Tasty meals and easy evenings. Hannaford, all for good.
Welcome back, everyone. It shaped music, defined generations, and left a lasting impact. But now MTV's music video channels are off the air. Our Callie Warren spoke to some Maine music lovers to hear their thoughts.
It was a part of everybody's childhood to some degree.
The beginning of the new year also marked the end of an era. MTV Music Television stopped airing music videos on multiple of its channels.
I had forgotten. I knew it was coming. I'd heard in April of last year.
Corey Schall listens to classic rock every day. She hosts the I-95 Rocks morning show
On I-95, Bangor's classic rock station.
She says MTV played a crucial part in her love for music.
And it was funny because I woke up this morning, read that, and went, oh gosh, and then looked over at my daughter who was wearing an I Love MTV t-shirt, thinking, wow, she doesn't know this. She will never have the experience of rushing home, waiting for that premiere of that video to come out.
Since it first came on the air in 1981.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
Schall says the TV station defined several generations, especially hers.
It was a thing that brought us joy, information, pop culture, and it just kind of helped us identify with who we were.
While some of the workers at Bangor's Bull Moose may be of a different generation, they say they still feel the impact of the end of the MTV era.
God, all the unplugged. I liked seeing Kiss unplugged the most. You know, memories like that. My dad and my mother were very much a product of their generation, and I'm so thankful for that because they put me on to a lot of MTV's stuff.
You know, now MTV is just going to be a nostalgia feeling. That's weird to think about, you know, only being 23, and I'm like, okay, MTV is now a thing of the past.
Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Cold weather advisories to the north and a small craft advisory for us will be expiring later on this morning. That right there in the blue is a freezing spray advisory that will also be expiring later on this morning. Wave heights a little bit active at around 2 to 5 feet closer towards shore. Farther out towards sea, a little more active at around 8 to 9 feet. So of course that is why we have some advisories up for us. But again, further off towards the north, mainly cold temperatures, and those will be warming up later on. But still, though, the coats will be our best friend with temperatures only in the teens for us today. Mainly, though, as we move forward in time, look at this. Again, some clouds developing for us to at least this morning, but as we head towards the afternoon and even later on this morning, we'll see a lot of sunshine, so sunglasses will be our friend moving forward. This system right here is going to be tracking off towards the east, and later on tonight it will bring a little bit of snow for us. But again, as we do move forward in time, it won't be anything too ridiculous, just a little bit of snow. So increasing clouds moving forward today. Later on tonight, we will see that snow passing through. It gets out of here after midnight, a few flurries possible early Tuesday morning, but it gets out of here pretty quickly. And again, some clouds still lingering by Tuesday evening before another system begins to move in, and this one will be a wintry mix. But let's talk about the snow with this first system first. And again, this one looks to bring about 1 inch to 1.5 inches possible, so we'll call it 1 to 2 inches of snow possible from tonight's system. And then we have that next system on the way that will be a wintry mix of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow that looks to transition to rain before it gets out of here. So we'll have to watch that before another system gets in here as we head towards your Friday. So getting pretty active this week. So middle teens, partly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Later on tonight, we have 9 degrees, mostly cloudy, snow showers with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, we have upper 20s, mostly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Let's check out your extended forecast showing a wintry mix changing over to rain for your Wednesday with highs in the mid-30s, upper 30s for your Thursday under a mostly sunny sky. Another wintry mix of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow Friday with highs in the low 40s.
Pregnant again at 19. I was in an abusive relationship and felt that I couldn't raise 2 children alone. So I took the first abortion pill and immediately knew that I had made the worst decision. I frantically searched for answers and found abortionpillreversal.com. I was referred to a doctor who began treatments that reversed my abortion. There's help for you too. It is not too late to save your baby.
No matter what happens in D.C., there's one thing we can count on. Susan Collins always delivers for Maine. Susan's law restored Social Security benefits for thousands of Mainers like me. Collins is protecting our lobster industry by fighting unfair regulations. Susan always has our back. And Collins Law expands care to help Mainers fight Alzheimer's. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
I appreciate everything she is doing.
Call. Thanks, Senator Collins, for fighting and winning for Maine.
Come in and visit AMHG Works, Bangor's #1 gift shop, located at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza. We have special gifts for you, your furry companion, and that special someone you are in need of a gift for. It's worth a trip in for unique American-made gifts. Here at AMHG Works, everything is American-made, and we are open 7 days a week for your convenience. American-made home goods. We look forward to seeing you.
There's nothing like a day in the job to remind you how quickly life can change. Get out of there.
This is a dispute over the installation of a car stereo.
He didn't see it. You was never there. Turn the radio on. The bad two speakers caught a fire.
Hot Bench.
Monday at 3 on ABC 7.
The weekend for some is a time of reflection on what happened between Monday through Friday. In a day and age when moments move so rapidly from one to the next, the same could be said about us, the news. That and many more reasons why we'll be launching a new segment on our weekend night show, Fox 22 News at 10, and we want you at home to be a part of it. Starting next Saturday, January 10th, we'll be airing a segment called The Weekend Review. Each Saturday and Sunday, we'll revisit 3 stories ranging from breaking news to feel-good features that made an impact on our week, and we'll air them in its entirety. Email us throughout the week at weekendreview@wvii.com. We'll compile those, and our team here will present those suggestions into the segment. We'll look forward to hearing from you and what stories made your impact on the week. Well, that's all the time that we have left for this hour, but you can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22. We hope you have a great day.